Good about his team. Talk about highs and lows coming off a deep depression. 2 defeats on Long Island to his team taking the defending Stanley Cup New York Islanders into overtime. And they face elimination. They have played well. They've gotten stronger as the game went on. I was pointing out the fact that in the third period, I would have to give the period not only on the basis of they outscored the Islanders 1-0, but they also outplayed them. They out-hustled them. And now it's down to 1 shot at the net. Or 1 goal. I mean, 1 shot, it could be a save, of course, but just 1 goal is going to decide whether the series is prolonged or the Islanders phone for the airplane to come and pick them up. Do we go to church here in Pittsburgh, or do we go to church at home?
Rather do it at home. At Buffalo, the game has just ended. Buffalo 5, Boston 2. So Buffalo staves off elimination. They'll play again tomorrow night at Buffalo. It'll be Trottier, Tonelli, and Bossy for the New York Islanders. On defense, Potvin and Morrow. General Manager Bill Torrey has been down to the Islander dressing room. He's standing in the doorway, leaning up toward the ice at this moment. And Dion smothers the puck. That forces a face-off in the Pittsburgh territory.
You would question, Jiggs, you'd question whether Dion was using the right move by smothering the puck. In his defense, 2 Islanders bearing down quickly on him. If he'd have been able to move the puck around the boards to one of his forwards, they'd have trapped 2 Islanders moving in on him. His decision, he decided to hold it.
Trottier got the draw to Potvin. His shot blocked in front. Bossy the rebound. A great save by Dion. Bossy back to the right point. Morrow with it. Kenny Morrow dumps it into the corner. There's Trottier. Outmuscles Carlisle, but the puck loose. Tonelli tipped it to Trottier, and his centering attempt was blocked, and the Penguins move out into center ice. Shot checked by Bossy. Back to Potvin. Potvin dumps it into the center ice zone. Trottier moves up. Carlisle slapped it into the Islander zone and hit linesman Wayne Bonney. Came back out, shot back in, hit him a second time, caught him on the instep.
What a beating. Bonney taking. That's got to hurt. He got hit twice, one in the middle of the back, the other one on the inside of his leg. Rapid fire. See him wincing in pain. We often mention the fact, pretty brave guys. They've got to get in front of players throwing punches along the boards like that. They're trapped. They have no place to go when pucks are fired. Big bruises and welts and sore spots tomorrow.
You just saw the graphics telling you about history, really, for both teams as far as playoffs and overtime is
one of the great overtime players in the National Hockey League, standing just to our left here in the press area, Bobby Nystrom.
Now Clark Gillies starts out of his own zone. 2 centers with him. Clarkie across the line. The pass blocked by Pat Price, picked up by Ferguson. 3-on-2 Pittsburgh. Ferguson cuts to the right side, dropped it to Price. His shot hit Langevin. Now Price puts it out in front, steered aside by Smith. Tonelli unable, or at least Wayne Sutter unable to control it. And Brent Sutter feeds it up quickly to Clark Gillies. He and Dwayne Sutter move down left wing. Gillies a long shot, kicked aside by Dion. Coming out. McLeish put it right on the stick of Bourne. Here's Baxter for Pittsburgh. Shoots it into the Islander territory. Persson going back. Persson left it for Langevin. Around to the left side to Gilbert. It got away from Hotham. Here's a race for it, but Carlisle will get back. Goring in quickly for the Islanders. Carlisle ahead for Gardner. All Gardner dumps it wide of Bill Smith. Smith plays it around the boards to Denny Potvin. Potvin to Persson. Stephen Persson to Greg Gilbert. Gilbert across the line was checked. 2 minutes gone in the overtime. Coming back is Potvin. Dennis Potvin to Kenny Morrow. Morrow dumps one into center ice, but right to Carlisle. Now to Gardner from the blue line, and a shot went off Potvin, sticking into the crowd.
Pittsburgh bringing the puck to the New York Islanders.
We have played 2 minutes and 12 seconds of sudden death overtime.
Is he nervous or is he nervous? You better believe he is nervous. He doesn't have any fingernails at all. I know that for a fact. But whatever he does have or he could get a hold of, you'll know he'll be chewing on as this game goes along.
Al Arbor has sent Brian Trottier to center ice. John Tonelli on the left wing. Mike Bossy on the right side. Gord Lane and Mike McEwen, the Islander defense. It'll be Saint-Laurent between McClellan and Schutt for Pittsburgh. Trottier got the draw. Back to Lane. Up to Bossy. Bossy to Brian Trottier. Out into center ice. Trottier was turned around by Saint-Laurent. Here's McEwen with the puck. He has the Islander goal. Sent Tonelli over the line. Price came back to knock it off his stick. Trottier to John Tonelli. Tonelli centered. Here's Bossy moving in. Was turned around by the Schutt. With a check at least of Steve Schutt. Now coming back for it. Gord Lane to Bossy. When I say Steve Schutt, I know it's Rod. Steve's in Montreal.
What a play by Pat Price. Jiggs as he knocked the puck away. A sacrifice, he dove at the puck, knocked it away. Two-line pass by the Islanders.
2 minutes and 54 seconds gone in sudden death overtime. Montreal has just scored in Quebec. And we've just been informed that Vancouver has indeed defeated Calgary 3-1. We take another look at John Tonelli in the play by Pat Price.
There's Pat Price, number 2. It takes that kind of effort for a team to win. Price diving out, knocking the puck away. Fine move by the ex-Islander, taking it away from John Tonelli. He was in alone on Michel Dion.
Islanders with too many men on the ice. They tried to make a late change, and referee Hogarth said no, so it'll be Merrick, Trottier, and Gillies. Trottier will take the face-off. Bullard is there for Pittsburgh. Langevin and Persson, the Islander defense. Gillies fed it back to Langevin. To Persson, now to Trottier, relayed it to Merrick. Wayne Merrick to the Pittsburgh line. Right at across the line, but Ferguson is backing up. Down to McLeish. Rick McLeish, long pass to Bullard, bounced off him, and is picked up by Dwayne Sutter. Over to Langevin. Langevin, left side, off the glass. It got away from Gillies. Rolls into the Pittsburgh zone and will be called for an icing infraction. Rick McLeish scored a dramatic overtime goal to eliminate the Islanders from the semifinals in 1975. That's when he was with Philadelphia. And leading up to that, Parisi's overtime goal against the Rangers. Westfall's overtime goal against Pittsburgh.
No, mine was not overtime, Jiggs. It was like 5 minutes. Yeah, it was about 5 minutes left in the third period. 14:43 or something.
Missed by 1 second. 14:42.
Bert Marshall made a great move to keep the puck inside the blue line. I don't know why he gave it to me, but I didn't know what to do with it, so I shot it away. The net got in the way.
Oh, you've been taught your entire career was to shoot the puck. Langevin around the boards. Persson fed it neatly to Trottier. Breaks out with Merrick and Gillies. Brian Trottier, a long shot. Dion, the stick save. Merrick after the rebound. Taken into the boards by Carlisle, and Dion fires it to the corner. Comes to Dwayne Sutter. His shot. Dion got in front of it. Here's Langevin. Around the boards to Gillies. Gillies pinned there by Hotham, and we're going to face off to the right of Michel Dion.
Close call. Shot from the point. Through a lot of feet. Dion got down, looking underneath a lot of bodies to make the save. Coaches opting to change. Pittsburgh is anyway. Send out Pat Boutet, who scored the goal in the third period for Pittsburgh. Pat Price, who just made a fine play on John Tonelli as he went in alone on Dion. Rick Kehoe. They have not got the mileage out of him this hockey game. He skated much better. He's been rather disappointing to the team. First 2 games. A lot of experience. 30-year-old Rick Kehoe.
Long shot by Potvin was wide of the Pittsburgh goal. Gardner, his long shot knocked down by Morrow. He fired it into the Pittsburgh zone. Caller into forecheck as Pat Price gave it to Pat Boutet. Boutet chased back by Bourne. Boutet up the left wing for Gardner. Gardner Shoots it down into the Islanders zone. Bill Smith unable to cut it off. In on the right side is Kehoe. Kehoe shot. He scores! Rick Kehoe shot off the skate. Pittsburgh wins in overtime at 4:14.
They've done it. They worked hard. They deserved it. A hard-fought hockey game. And the Pittsburgh Penguins, Kehoe, I had just talked about, let fly from a bad angle, and it hit somebody in front of the net, deflecting by Billy Smith. The play originated. Billy Smith had missed the puck going behind the net, and Kehoe blasted it off the side boards. There they are, number 17, Kehoe, who made the shot that got in behind Billy Smith. An overtime goal. 4 minutes, 14 seconds into the overtime.
Only the second shot in overtime for Pittsburgh. The Islanders had had 5 shots on Dion, but it's Pittsburgh defeating the Islanders 2-1 in overtime. The expression on the faces of the fans, shocked in some cases, utter disbelief. But we'll be back here tomorrow night for Game 4 of the series as Pittsburgh has defeated the New York Islanders 2-1.
There's Billy Smith, Jakes, as he goes out to block the puck. It took a bad hop on him, went over his stick. Kehoe races in, takes the shot from here. Here comes the puck. It's in behind Billy Smith. I could not tell whether it went between his legs or it hit somebody in front and deflected. Maybe on this angle. Let's look from another angle as Smith tries to corral it. He misses it. The puck goes around. Kehoe takes the shot. There, he lets it go. It's in the net. And Pittsburgh has won in overtime to extend the series to 4 games.
They have selected, and wisely so, Michel Dion as the star of this game in Pittsburgh. But it was Kehoe with the goal at 4:14 that has defeated the New York Islanders and forced Game 4. 7:30 face-off. Channel 9 will inform you as far as broadcast time in that game. And there is a happy scene. Greg Bullard congratulating his teammates. Let us select an Islander star of the game, and it's a tough selection tonight again.
They're going to go to the defense again, and a fellow that stood out all season long. Scored but 1 goal, I believe, all season, but he was never really rewarded for his defensive work. And in the playoffs so far, he's been brilliant. Kenny Morrow, number 6, another great game for Ken Morrow here tonight in a losing cause, but he played an excellent hockey game.
So Kehoe's first goal of the playoffs, assisted by Pat Boutette and Paul Gardner, coming at 4:14, sends us to Game 4 tomorrow night at the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. Mike McEwen, his first goal of the playoffs at 17:36. Gillies and Dwayne Sutter assisting. That in the first period. Islanders led throughout the second period when neither team scored. And then Boutette from Kehoe and Carlisle at 6:51 tied it. At the end of regulation, the Islanders had outshot Pittsburgh 34-31. The final shots, Islanders 39, Pittsburgh 33. And the winning goal, Kehoe from Boutette and Gardner at 4:14. So that's the story. Game 4, we'll have it for you on Channel 9 Sunday evening. The final score, Pittsburgh Penguins 2, the New York Islanders 1. For Ed Westfall, I'm Jakes McDonald, bidding you good night from the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh.
New York Islanders hockey has been brought to you by Anheuser-Busch, Brewers of Michelob. Put a little weekend in your week. The Bank of New York and its 124 metropolitan area branches. Datsun, who invites you to see all the exciting Datsun cars and trucks at your Datsun dealer today. The people of Eastern Airlines, America's favorite way to fly. And by Mobile Detergent Gasoline, it treats dirt like dirt. Get the Midas Touch. Nobody else has it. See your local New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut Midas dealer for details. Tonight's game was produced by Joe O'Rourke. Commercial coordinator was Curtis Reed. Tonight's game was brought to you through the facilities coordination of Vanda Communications. The announcers on this telecast have been contracted by the New York Islanders. This has been a presentation of WOR-TV Sports.
Got it up here.